All right, welcome back to Inside the Cage. I'm your host, Brady Johnson. Here with me, as always, the man, the myth, the legend, the brother of Cowboys tight end, Jake Ferguson. And it's been a while, y'all, but Bennett, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, man. Can't complain. Bad
Nah,
hair day as normal. Good God.
it's okay. It's okay.
Look at that. Ugh.
I'm having a bad hair day too, so it's okay. But yeah, what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about some of the coaching hires. We might just give our grades based on the coaching hires, and then we're going to go into a 2 round live mock draft. So with because
Post
it's
Senior
changed now.
Bowl, post
The
shot
whole
Bowl.
format changed since we've last done the draft. So the order has changed of the
We got
picks.
everything but 31 and 32 figured out.
Yep. Well, we should have everything besides who's going to
Besides
go in the
last
second round. Who's the first pick in the second round?
Cade Club, no.
No, it's going to be Bo Callahan from Wisconsin.
Man, listen, Bo Callahan. Nobody went to his birthday party.
Yeah, you wonder why nobody went to his birthday party.
Apparently, he's a poser. Now, I will say this: David Putney. I mean, you want to talk about Devin Hester? We ain't even talking about David Putney.
We forgot Mac. We forgot about Mac too, the number one overall.
Vontae Mack, the will linebacker who went first overall.
Yeah,
Why the fuck would you take a will linebacker number one? I get it for the story, but if you're going to take Jennings, take Cleveland royalty first.
yeah.
Mack would have fallen.
Mac would have fell into the seventh pick. But then you also got David David goddamn Putney.
David Putney, best kick returner in the league, probably.
I mean, he supposedly he was because they wanted him so bad. So,
They wouldn't even make the trade without him.
well, let's talk about some of these coaching hires. Been a wild coaching hiring this year for the NFL. I think it there should have been some names that should have got some jobs there, not on here. I'm gonna name some of them. Brian Flores for sure should have gotten the job. Chris Shula definitely should have gotten the job. And I'm also gonna throw this name out here. I think Sean McDermott should have never got fired. He should have got a job. But the name that I thought that should have definitely got a job was Lou Anarumo. The thing, what he did with that Colts defense within that year was phenomenal. What he did, I know they struggled late in the year, but what he did with that Colts defense, with what he had to work with, phenomenal. And Lou Anarumo didn't get a shot. So
Every single person you just mentioned was defensive mind. I think the statement that was made this coaching cycle is we want offensive style coaches. We want offense. Now it might shift next year to all defense, but I think that was the statement that was made is where they were going very offensive focused.
yep, I
So
agree. But I just feel like when you're Shula and you're one of those guys, you should have got a job.
yeah,
And especially with Brian Flores, with your track record, what you've been doing in Minnesota for the last 3 years, you have a top 10 defense the last 3 years in Minnesota. Your track record speaks for itself right now. So,
yeah.
but yeah, some of the coaches, Robert Sala is the new head coach at the Tennessee Titans, brings in offensive coordinator Brian Dayball. I think that's a perfect fit as an offensive coordinator for Cam Ward, especially in the second year, because Dayball knows how to work with
Yeah,
great quarterbacks,
quarterback.
especially like Josh Allen. So, but Benny, what do you grade this Robert Sala trade?
I think this was the best hire of the cycle. I'd give this one an A minus. Best hire of the cycle. Robert Sala is going to get that defense looking right, and Dayball is going to get that offense working.
I'm
And
excited for him.
they hired a lackey for Sala, who's going to listen to him, and Dayball's probably going to be a head coach next year somewhere if everything
Most
works the
likely.
way we want it to.
Well, we got to see what he can do with Cam Ward. Now, if Cam Ward takes that huge step, if Cam Ward's in conversations for MVP next year, like I'm not saying he's gonna win, like he like 4 or 5 in MVP. I think Brian Dayball gets that the head coaching job for sure.
Even if not, if this offense is a top 10 offense, he's getting a head coaching job.
Well, I think with what he's got, he's gonna have to have a little bit more to work with, because right now you've only got Al Miner.
Mm-hmm.
Ridley's not that good anymore. You've got DK.
Pro Bowler, Chimere DK.
And you've got Chooks Okonkwo. So, I mean, and you
Yeah.
got Pollard and Spears in the backfield. So, if you can figure out to get another receiver, I think you'll be okay. But for me, I gave the Titans Robert Saleh a C only because that Jets situation, I know it wasn't his fault, but the Jets situation for me, I got to see some more because when he was a head coach, I didn't think he was bad with the Jets. I just think there's some things that he could have done better. So I'm giving him a C based off of his head coaching resume so far.
Yeah.
Next name up, the newly OC kicking names, taking everybody by storm right now. The Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator, now Raiders head coach Clint Kubiak. And I'm just gonna say my rating for him is an A right now. He's going to have Fernando Mendoza with the number 1 overall pick. He's got Ashton Jeanty, Brock Bowers. The only concern to me is who's going to be that number 1 target unless he goes get a guy like A.J. Brown, who's been disgruntled with the Philadelphia Eagles right now. And he could, you said, you're right, he could go to, and that would be a perfect fit because then you have Jack Besh, Trey Tucker, and Dante Thornton, the guy that I really like. I think he'll use very well in most ways.
I give it a B plus. Kubiak, I don't know if he's head coach material. I mean, we'll see. Great OC, great offensive mind. Hopefully the future of this business.
Yep.
But definitely somebody I was a little hesitant on hiring after one big year of success.
Yeah, the reason why I give it an A is because he's going to have weapons on offense. It's just that receiving room is what concerns me the most. But he's going to have a good quarterback. He's going to have a good running back. And he's probably going to have arguably the best tight end in football.
Yeah, Michael
Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
Actually, he's the second best tight end because I think Trey McBride is the best tight end in football right now. So
right now, yes.
Yes, right now, for sure. The Browns, what a whirlwind of a day it was yesterday for the Browns after losing Jim Schwartz in a shocking way to lose Jim Schwartz, your best.
I mean, they should have given him the head coaching job.
They should have. I think that's why he resigned. But my grade for Todd Monken, the new head coach for the Cleveland Browns, is C-. The only reason why is he struggled with Baltimore taking them to the playoffs, but you also had more assets. So I got to see what you can do with the less assets and see if you can still play that way when you did with the Baltimore Ravens.
I would give this move I'm gonna give it a C+. I think Monken deserves a shot. He's like Schottenheimer. He deserves a shot at a head coaching job. We'll see if he actually does anything good.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, losing
Schwartz is going to be big.
Losing Schwartz sucks, and it's just apparent that Schwartz really wanted that head coaching job. I think he thought that he could do a better job coaching this team than bringing in somebody else. And what they should have done
they both damn near the same age too. So
what they should have done is hired Schwartz the head coach, and then hired Monken as the OC.
That would have made more sense.
Yeah, it would have made everybody happy, but I think they wanted Monken, after they lost out on everybody else.
Well, they could have got Chris Shula. That would have been the smart thing to do.
Apparently, Shula didn't want the Browns job.
Well, too bad. You had a chance to go get some money, and you should have taken it.
Yeah.
Now, over to the Arizona Cardinals. I think they should just blow everything up after this. I mean, I don't like it just because he doesn't really call plays in the offense that
he never has.
It's McVay. He never has. I gave this a C just because I don't know what he's going to do. But I'm not going to give up on him because he did. I mean, he was the OC for the Rams. I know he might not have called plays, but he had somewhat of a say in some of these play calls in Los Angeles. So,
yeah, this is a D-. I think LaFleur is just the wrong fit. I think this was a panic hire because they couldn't get.
They should have got Chris Shula. That would have been the best hire they could have.
Well, I think they wanted to go offense because they went defense with their last head coach, and it didn't.
Well, they could have got Showhouse, but they didn't. They didn't go after Showhouse.
No, instead they went with LaFleur. Neither one of them called plays. I think LaFleur He's just not the right fit. He's just not the right pick. I think he's going to be very mid. He's going to be another Brian Callahan situation.
Yep. All right, now over to the Miami Dolphins and Jeff Halfley. I hated this pick for the Miami Dolphins. I felt like they needed to. If you wanted to make a move, you should have went after like a Jesse Minter, in my opinion. If you wanted a defensive guy, I mean Jeff Halfley's not bad, but I gave this a D minus because you should have been a whole lot better than you were with that Packers defense that you had. You had Micah Parsons. I know he went down, but you still had Micah Parsons. You had Trayvon. You got Trayvon Diggs late in the year, and you still sucked. You still sucked. Your defense was terrible. Defense was terrible.
I give this a B. Oh my god. Sorry. I gave this a B. I think when they hired their GM first, and once they hired their GM, who was the assistant GM for the Packers, the writing was on the wall. They were going with Halfley. He was going to go after that, and they brought in a lot of Packers personnel. Packers have a storied, successful franchise, and I think that's a very important thing to keep in mind is Halfley comes from
Boston College.
He comes from the Packers way. I think the Dolphins are set up for success, not in the immediate future, but they have a general manager and head coach that they can build a culture around in Miami from what he learned.
Like I think
Green Bay.
I only gave it a D just because of how the defense performed this year with all the talent you had on the defense, and you still suck so bad. I mean, I know there's injuries and stuff. I didn't take that into consideration. Like I said, Michael Parsons got hurt. I'm not going to take that into consideration. I know, I understand, but just being a defensive coordinator, being in that division, you should have won the division if you're Green Bay. I'm sorry. You had the Lions were depleted. The Vikings were depleted. The Bears came out of nowhere and shocked everybody in the whole world. But nobody thought Chicago was going to be that good.
Mm-hmm.
And Green Bay, you the team that's saying that you were going to have a top 5 defense because you have Micah Parsons. You have all these players. Your defense is young, flying around, but they didn't. So I gave it a D minus just based off of his performance last year. I know I should have been a little bit better. Probably given him, I think it's a C in the vision I saw is a C, but I gave it a D just based off of what I've seen from Jeff Halfley, and I don't know what he's going to do with the Miami defense with not having a lot of guys. He's going to have 60,000 corners that he's going to have to figure out the cut, to release, to pay. He's going to have 60,000 corners on his roster, so there should be no excuse. You shouldn't be bad this year.
Breaking news: North Dakota State could be moving up to the Mountain West.
I saw they're moving to the Mountain West.
Could be. They're in serious talks. Nothing's official though.
They better let them do it. I don't give a damn about this stadium. Shit, I don't give a damn. Shit, let them move up there. They deserve a chance to prove themselves.
That'd be huge.
And then watch them go to the national championship in a couple of years, and they go off and run the table.
They have to go to the SEC to make natty.
Not necessarily.
No, they'd have to go to the SEC. Listen, I'm from the Bible Belt. You can't tell me no. You want to talk about? We don't talk about Vanderbilt. Them buttholes up there in North Carolina. No, we don't talk about them. We talk about Bama. Anyway, yeah. The next one I'm going to take over on this because, listen, he's polarizing. The New York Giants hiring Harbaugh. I'm going to be honest, man. I'm giving it a C. Here's why. I gave the actual hiring of Harbaugh A+, because that's the kind of guy you want leading your franchise. He has gotten some of the most mid-ass people to be his coordinators and coaches.
Well, you got to think he did have Todd Monken until.
Yeah, but he was going to fire him anyway. Monken was going to be the scapegoat if he got to stay in Baltimore. His scapegoat was going to be Monken on why the offense was so putrid this year. He was going to fire him, and they were going to get a new OC anyway. But
who'd they bring in anyways?
Who, the Giants?
OC, yeah.
Let's look it up. That's the problem. Is I should know who they brought in.
I know they brought in some
Greg Roman.
Oh, so they've had him before. So he's good. Greg Roman's good. He's had him before. And
yeah. Yeah,
The defensive coordinator is that
for
guy
Mon-
that they used to have for the Ravens when he coached at the Ravens. He was assistant on the Ravens team, I think. Or DC. I don't know. I could be wrong. Greg Roman's not bad.
Wait 1 second. Hang on. I'm sorry. Matt Nagy is their OC.
Oh, that's still not. That's great. Matt Nagy's a good OC. Who's their DC?
Hang on 1 second.
Oh yeah, it's Denard Wilson.
Yeah, no, horrible choices.
That's a terrible defensive coordinator.
Yeah. Especially when Al Harris is just sitting right there. Terrible.
They could have taken Al Harris. They didn't take Al Harris though. They interviewed him.
But Greg Roman joins Harbaugh's staff as a
Offensive
assistant.
But I think the Matt Nagy move helps him a lot too, because Matt Nagy is a decent offensive mind, and he was with the Chiefs last year, so I mean it kind of makes sense. But like you said, you give it a C. I'm gonna give it an A plus just because I look at the Giants team. They're set on defense. They don't really have any holes besides that corner room right now. I mean, you know Harbaugh, he gonna figure that corner room out immediately in that draft if he has to, or free agency. He gonna find some way to get that corner room fixed because his front five is Abdul Carter, Sexy Dexy, Brian Burns, and Kevon Thibodeau, and he also has the other guy. I can't think of his name, defensive tackle. But yeah, they're all good up front, and they're still on contract. So you have your front, your linebackers are good, your two safeties are okay. Now you just need to figure out that corner room. Who's going to be the consistent corner room? I give it an A also because I look at the offense. Jackson Dart was good. Cam Scadaboo's coming back. Malik Neighbors is going to be back. You still need another receiver to help him. But like I said, John Harbaugh's good at that type of stuff, figuring out what hole you need and figuring it out. He might not get a super top-notch receiver, but he's going to find someone to help Malik Neighbors in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I'm just worried, I think it'll be interesting. They need to get some more pass catchers, but maybe we'll entertain that in the draft.
Their O-line's not that bad either.
No, it's not.
I mean, they do need if Illuminor doesn't come back, which I think that's a John Harbaugh pick, he'll re-sign probably Illuminor now. But if he doesn't, you got to go after Lomu or Malganola in the draft. You got to.
Yeah.
Over to the Atlanta Falcons with Kevin Stefanski, the former two-time coach of the year and former Browns head coach, coming to the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I'm just going to say this. You have no excuse. You have absolutely no excuse. Your defense, you're going to retain that defensive coordinator. You got young guys on defense. You have no excuse, though, on offense. You have Michael Penix, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. You have Bijan Robinson. You might not have Tyler Algier anymore. But you still need that you need to find some more receivers. If you can do that, you should be fine. But you have no excuse on this year on offense. If you suck, you're just not a good coach anymore.
Yeah.
But I give this a B just because his offensive mind is brilliant. And if you can figure out to make Kyle Pitts even better than he was this year, Kyle Pitts was really good this year. Took a step up. Drake London, I still think he's garbage because he's a 6'5" tight end that can't catch the ball half the time anyways. But he played okay this year. And Bijan's Bijan. If you can figure out – and he's going to have two running backs because that's what he does in Cleveland. So he's going to have Bijan and somebody else running the football. Algier's not on contract. He's free agent.
Oh, shit. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to have to find someone else to run that rock behind. Kyle Pitts is also a free agent, but I think they bring back Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Because you got to. And then you go.
No, Kyle Pitts is going to the Giants. What you talking about?
Go find another pass catcher. this is why I gave it a B.
C+. I think we see it very similarly.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I like Stefanski better, more than you probably, but I don't love keeping some of the people they've brought in.
Over to the Ravens with Jesse Minter. I think this was the best, in my opinion. How you said Saleh was the best hire. I think this is the best hire of the coaching cycle.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens get what they want. The same style that John Harbaugh plays, but 10 times better. And he's younger. He knows what he's doing. He's going to have that defense cooking in the AFC North, especially with the schemes that he runs. He runs a lot of blitz and box safeties. He brings both safeties down and plays in the dime and has another safety over the top. So he's going to play 3 safeties, put 2 in the box, 1 over top. It's going to be brilliant to see that Baltimore defense. And I'm not in that division no more, so I don't got to worry about playing them twice a year. So,
Minter, like B, like he's going to be all right. He's going to stick around for a little bit. I'm hoping that he can build a culture there, but he's just got to make sure he has the right people in play.
Yeah, I agree. Now, the Steelers with Mike McCarthy, I'm giving this an F. I don't care. The Steelers should have hired Chris Shula. They could have waited two extra days and Chris Shula, we want you. Come in. But no, they decided to get the same mediocre coach that they're gonna have. They're gonna go 10-7, 9-8, maybe even 8-9 this year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you're just gonna be like, we told you so. You shouldn't have signed this guy. Should have brought in Chris Shula and did a whole rebuild. Went like 3-10, 4-10, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just rebuild the whole team instead of keeping the same guys. Now, offensively for quarterback development, if Will Howard is still there and they bring back Aaron Rodgers, that's going to be great for Will Howard because McCarthy's a good quarterback development guy. But I just give this an F just overall because you didn't change anything. You're just going to stay the same.
Yeah, I give it an F too.
And then last but not least,
hang on. I need to say my piece real quick.
Oh yeah.
I think the reason it's an F, I don't like his coaching hires. He brought in that dude from Vikings. Don't like him. He brought in Patrick Graham, who literally was on one of the worst defenses, the number 1 overall pick defense last year. So that's why I don't like this move. I don't like this move because I don't think he adds anything or that he's going to change anything about the culture in Pittsburgh to make it a better culture. It's just not a good pick.
See, look, it's also, I'm not going to blame it solely on Mike McCarthy. Like,
yeah,
it's an Art Rooney thing. He should have known that he doesn't want to rebuild. He's like, oh, it's not time for a rebuild. Yes, it is, Art Rooney. Just blow this shit up. It's time to rebuild the Steelers and have them have a losing season for the first time since a long time. It's been since like 2003 since they've had a losing season. So it's about time for them to lose. Now, last but not least, the Buffalo Bills, idiots, letting Sean McDermott go. But it is what it is at the end of the day. But their hire is Joe Brady, the offense coordinator from last year. I'm going to give it a C just because he's been there. He knows he does know what he's doing on offense. He's a great offensive mind, and he does work well with Josh Allen. So I give it a C for right now.
I don't think this adds or takes away anything from the Bills. It's like a non-grade for me because all you did was hire your OC to replace your head coach. And so there's not even that big of a culture shift.
And he brought in some weird-ass defensive coordinator.
Which wouldn't you have just kept your DC that McDermott had hired?
It makes no sense. He brought in Jim Leonard.
From the Broncos, right?
Yeah. And I don't know. He really doesn't have an OC, but he hired an OC. I don't know who it is.
He hired somebody that's just going to do what he says.
Yeah. I mean, I think they'll be in the middle of the pack this year, anyways, regardless. Because Joe Brady, do you blame it all on Sean McDermott for what happened? No, I don't. I blame most of it on Josh Allen. Josh Allen had a chance to win the game, and he missed the throw in the end zone. On that last play. That's not on McDermott. That's on Josh Allen. He knows better. And you didn't win the game. That's on you, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
But okay, we're on to the mock draft. What everybody's been waiting for. The 2-round mock draft.
Do you want evens or odds?
What'd you have last time? The odds?
I think so.
I'll take the odds this time. And we're on mock draft database.
Yep.
So let me enter the draft room. All right, and the number 1 overall pick, we already know.
We know it. It's written in the stars.
It's written in the stars. It's already gonna happen. Even they even said it on here. That's gonna happen. It's quarterback from Indiana, Fernando Mendoza.
Sorry.
You good?
Computer's blowing up. All right, let's see. New York Jets, pick number 2. Let's think here, because
remember Aaron Glenn's at the helm calling.
Yeah. I think this is Arvell Reese because he could play linebacker or he could play edge.
Not a bad pick. I mean, I like it for the Jets. I just think the Jets probably would. In real life, I think the Jets trade down and go for their receiver.
I think so too.
Instead of their edge rusher. No offense to Arvell Reese. That's a good pick there. But I think the Jets actually just take a trade down and,
Yeah.
This one's tricky because this is where I would have had Dante Moore.
Obviously.
On the Cardinals. I'm not taking Ty Simpson this high. And I'm going to give them some more help on the defensive side of the ball. I'm going to go Ruben Bain, BPA. Okay. I mean, I got to. Best player available. My Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee, part of me really, really wishes that this pick was in like the 15 to 18 range. I think you could go after that Ione kid from Penn State at guard and have truly one of the better O-lines in the league with Dan Moore, Skoronski.
Fuck Dan Moore.
I know you fucking hate Dan Moore, but you'd have Dan Moore, Skoronski. Center is Lloyd Cushenberry, and then you'd have Ione at right guard and Latham at right tackle.
So you're going to go Leone?
I'm sorry, hang on.
You can go Ione?
I'm not. No, I'm not taking him this high. No, that's why I said I wish that it was.
Oh.
No, Tennessee right now, man, we're taking Jordan Tyson.
That's a great pick. Yeah, the number 1 overall receiver in this class. I think you need to go here, and he'll be a big factor. Him and Alec Eilminer and Chimere DK be great.
Yeah. Yep. You get yourself a number 1 receiver for Cam Ward. With Alec Eilminer as the number 2, because I think Eilminer is a great receiver, but I think he's more of a number 2, a complementary piece to a stud.
Because he's more of that big 50-50 position. He's not a possession guy. He's more of a deep threat, but he makes big plays when he's not the guy. He makes the more bigger plays when he's the number 2. So adding a guy like Jordan Tyson to take the pressure off of Alec Eilminer is going to be really huge, and DK in the slot is going to be absolutely phenomenal as well. So
yeah.
All right, here with the New York Giants, you know my pick here. I'm going to go the tackle Spencer Farnell from Utah. I think that they just need to shore up that offensive line. Whether Farnell plays guard or tackle, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Cleveland, this pick is pretty easy too. I'm going to go Francis Maui-Noah from Miami.
And they need O-line help bad.
Waller, I think he could play left tackle or he could play guard if they like big-ass DeJuan Jones. But that O-line, if you got Maui-Noah and DeJuan Jones at left tackle, left guard, that would be the biggest goddamn left side of the ball ever.
Yeah. All right, here with the Washington Commanders. Now, there's 2 picks I like here, but the one makes the most sense to me. And it was on the defensive side of the ball, and they needed it really bad. I'm going to go safety Caleb Downs for them because he can play anywhere. He can play corner. They need a corner. Yeah. But I think that's just a great pick for the Washington Commanders.
I'm going to take Cornell Tate to the Saints. I think he fits exactly what we need out of wide receiver.
I think too much possession threats out there. You need a deep
Listen,
threat.
I
You
think
need
I think there's a way we can go out and get a deep threat receiver in free agency or trade for one.
I'm not
But-
saying that Chris Olave or Cardinal Tate can't be deep threats. I'm just saying they're both possession
Yeah,
receivers.
I think Cardinal Tate's more of a deep threat than Olave is, though.
But he's a possession receiver though, because he plays he's a slot receiver.
I think
He's
if
a
we
big
were
slot
picking
receiver.
if we were picking later in the first, Denzel Boston would have made a lot of sense. But I'm not taking him that high with Cardinal Tate on the board.
Now, if the Chiefs were smart, they take Jeremiah Love here because they need a running back.
Yeah, nope, that should be picked.
That's going to be my pick, anyways. But you never know with the NFL nowadays. The Chiefs could take freaking Peter Woods, defensive lineman from Clemson, and be like, "Oh, he's going to be the next great thing." Watch him actually be really good.
For the Cincinnati Bengals,
There's only one guy I would take, or two actually, but I think it's a little too high for the one guy.
I think we're going David Bailey here. I was looking at Cassius Howell because I do like Cassius Howell, but I think you need a pure pass rusher.
They need a corner bat though too.
They do, but dude, who's going? If Trey Hendrickson leaves, who's rushing the passer? Because it ain't gonna be Shamar Stewart. Shamar Stewart's gonna be standing there bumbling over his words. Excuse me. He's gonna be asking the whole lineman to move out of their way for him.
David Bailey's not a bad pick, so
no, he's great.
With the Miami Dolphins, I'm gonna take probably the best corner in this draft, in my opinion. I'm gonna take Mansour Delay.
That's a good pick.
They need corner help bad. Like I said, Jeff Hafley and his 50,000 corners he's got on the roster.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like the one pick here for the Dallas Cowboys. Actually, I like two picks here. Three.
Wait, you looking at Sonny Styles?
I like three here for the Dallas Cowboys.
Man.
That's one. Sonny Styles is one. That would be nice, but I'm also looking at they need corner and they need another edge rusher bad too. So they could also use a tackle, but you're not going to take Caden Proctor this high.
I would actually take Lomu over Proctor if I were taking one.
Yeah.
And they could use a running back, but I'm not going to take Price this high. Give me TJ Parker.
The edge rusher?
Yeah, from Clemson. I think he's different than Ezraku, and I think he's more of
he's the bigger guy.
Wants.
He's the bigger guy.
Yep.
Let's see. The Rams on the clock. Now, this, like I said, this would be also a Ty Simpson pick here, but I still think it's a little too early for Ty Simpson in the first round right now after what I've seen from him.
It's going to be a sneaky Sonny Styles team, too.
Here, I'm going to go best fit for them. Sonny Styles makes sense probably here, but I like their linebackers that they've got. But the one thing that's killing the Rams is they do not have any corner depth, and I'm going to go Tennessee corner Jamad McCoy, who hasn't played all last year, but I'm still going to go Jamad McCoy. It's just in the Ravens' lap. Ravens get the best BPA available.
Yeah, you could say that. Let's see here.
Ravens can pick and choose who they want.
Oh no, we're going Peter Woods.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Ravens can pick and choose who they want, though. Peter Woods, D-line.
Yep, from Clemson.
All right, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the clock.
There's one player I love for Tampa, but there's so many options they could go. Like, I mean, Falk, Mesidor, but Howell even. But there's one guy who, if he was there, I'd take him.
Now, this one was tough for me because, like you said, they do need edge help. And Sonny Styles is still here on the board. I know that they've got
They could definitely use a linebacker.
They got old linebackers here. But I'm actually going to throw a huge curveball here. It's not too huge, but I'm not liking what Baker's got in that tight end room. I'm going to take Kenyon Sadiq.
Okay.
Here as I know it's probably a little bit too early, but I'm going to take Kenyon Sadiq. He needs a true alpha tight end. I'm not saying K. Naughton's not that good, but He needs a true alpha.
For the Jets.
Who they
Yeah.
take?
Yeah, they already took Arvell Reese.
So they hitting on these picks right now.
I'm gonna do something. I don't know if you're gonna like this or not, but I think no, do I do that? No, I can't. In good conscience, I can't do that. I'm gonna take Denzel Boston.
You're not gonna take the little citrus?
No, not Mekhi Lemon. I think you need a giant ass receiver. Him, who is it? Mechie? Is he also on the team?
Yeah, Mechie. He's gonna
Mechie,
be a free agent though.
and Wilson are probably gonna be your 3 next year.
Yeah, Detroit Lions on the clock.
This is very easy.
I'm gonna take BPA here. In my opinion, I know that they need a lot more than.
Sonny Styles.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Sonny Styles.
Yeah,
Here.
that was exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Spot two though.
This
If I was Minnesota, I'm taking Mekhi Lemon right now. But
why they have Addison and Jettas. I'm taking Jadarian Price.
That's early. That's too early.
I think he's going in the first.
That is too early though. I don't
I
think
think you can't get.
I think he goes late. I agree.
do.
I agree. I think he's first round pick, but I don't think he's that early of a first round pick.
He's going, man. He's going.
I don't even see Jadarian. Damn.
Just go to running back. He's the first running back.
I did. There he is. I had to refresh it. That's a little bit too early for me. I'm not saying I don't hate the pick. I don't hate the pick. I just think it's still a little too early.
There is one player who makes complete sense for the Carolina Panthers.
Damn. I like 2 players here though for them. You know they like their big guys.
Mm-hmm.
They like their big guys. I'm going to take Keldrick Falk here. That's not the guy who I really wanted to take. I would have taken Cassius Howell here.
I wouldn't take either one of them. I would have taken Caden McDonald.
Nah, they'll be okay.
Because
Keldrick Falk plays DT anyways.
Yeah, I don't know.
But him and Derek Brown would be a force.
Dallas is back on the clock. They took TJ Parker earlier.
This is where you got to take your.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. No, this is CJ Allen. CJ Allen and TJ Parker in the middle of that defense. You still with me?
Yeah.
Linebacker from Georgia.
CJ Allen, that's a good pick too. Dallas with 2 good picks in the draft. Pittsburgh Steelers, I mean,
your former team.
This is where you take Mekhi Lemon, little citrus.
That's a good pick.
You got to take a receiver.
LA Chargers, I think this one's actually pretty self-explanatory. What did they suck on this year?
O-line.
We're going to take Ione from Penn State.
Yeah, get Becton ass out of there, please.
Well, if not, even if you keep Becton, play Ione at left guard.
Zion Johnson's their left guard. They love him.
Move him to center. He was playing center in preseason.
Bozeman's still on contract, so
he should retire. He's old.
Bozeman's still on contract, so unless you move him, you ain't gonna move him to tackle because you have Slater and all at tackle.
Yep.
And have Nelson.
I think Ione is just gonna be excellent. So just bring him in.
You could put Leone at center too if you really wanted to.
You could try, yeah.
You could, but Philadelphia Eagles here. You know what? I don't like him like you don't, but I'm going to take Caden Proctor.
Yeah, that's fine.
Lane Johnson and Mulata's about to retire very soon, and it's probably Lane Johnson sooner than Mulata, but go ahead.
For Cleveland,
It's got to be. Do they take Watch them take Ty Simpson. That shit would be so funny. They have 9 quarterbacks on the roster. Shador, Dylan Gabriel, Deshaun, Tyler Huntley, Bailey Zappi, and Ty Simpson would be all these quarterbacks.
It took Malik Noah first round.
They could use.
Give me Conception.
I was gonna say they could use a receiver bad. Kevin Concepcion. The Chicago Bears on the clock. Here, I mean, I liked what the Bears kind of did here, but I still think that they're old. They're old on that D line in the middle. I'm gonna take Caden McDonald here from Ohio State.
Buffalo.
They could use corner.
Nah, this is Elijah Surratt.
Bennett, he's not going this early.
He is, because after Conception, the Bills need a wide receiver, and I think they're.
I understand, but he's not.
I already selected
early.
We're taking Elijah Surratt.
You and these reach picks. That's not.
It's not even that bad of a reach. He was what, like 50?
49.
Okay, and we're at pick 26. That's not a huge reach.
That's
20. That's
20 picks.
It's because here's the thing: they could take Cassius Howell, but that's not their type of guy. Keem Mesidor's 25. Linebackers, you're not going to take Anthony Hill or Jake.
They need a corner. Take Avion Terrell.
No. Avion Terrell is not a first-round pick in my eyes.
Okay, then take Colton Hood.
And you hate Colton Hood. And Brandon Cisse, I don't think fits the Bills system.
It don't matter. Take a corner. They need a corner. They need a corner. They need a true. They need
No.
They've got their only corner is Maxwell Harrison.
It's okay. They can get Keith Abney next round.
San Francisco 49ers on the clock. Here, you don't know about the future of Trent Williams. He still hasn't made his decision yet. Mm-hmm. I think he's probably going to come back, is what it's looking like. Too. But you could also have someone in the wings waiting for him. And what a guy to learn from, better than Trent Williams, the best left tackle in football. Even though you hate it. You hate him. I know you hate him. But
I know. I do hate him.
You hate him. But best left tackle. I'm going to go Caleb Lomu from Utah to sit behind Williams.
Houston's going to keep the O-line button open. They're going to take Jennings Dunker. He could play guard or he could potentially play tackle for you. But they need O-line, and I'm not a huge Monroe Freeland guy. I'm sorry. I really want to be, but I'm just not.
He's just a big nobody.
Exactly.
He's a Jones.
So, get me Jennings Dunker, who looks like he bench presses cows for a living.
The Rams with 2 picks on the clock. Now, this is where
who has to go.
This is where I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Ty Simpson here from Alabama. I didn't think he was going to go early. This is where I have him projected going late here within 29, 30, 32, 31, and 32. So I'm going to go Ty Simpson.
Denver Broncos, what happened?
They could use shit.
There's a player I want to take, and then there's players I should probably take. I was looking. They could use another D lineman.
They could use an edge rusher.
Edge rusher or D line or safety.
They could use They need a safety to help.
I'm gonna take Emmanuel McNeil Warren. I wanted to take him a lot earlier than this, so
that's a good pick.
Yep.
Hell, you could take him in Buffalo needs a safety too. That would have made sense.
That's all I hear. No. Differing opinions.
New England Patriots on the clock. Now, their one thing is they do not have any edge rusher. This is where I'm going to take Cassius Howell.
That's a smart move.
Because they need to go young at defensive end because I think Van Noy and some other old guy is there. Or K'Lavon Chaisson is their other edge rusher. Not old, but he's not that good. So,
all right, Seattle's on the clock. Oh, they could take him. He could play slot corner. Yeah, we're going Colton Hood.
Hate the pick. Absolutely hate him. Absolutely hate him. All right, with the Jets, I'm going to take Brandon Cisse, corner from South Carolina.
Arizona took Ruben Bain first round. This is where Blake Miller comes off the board from Clemson, the tackle. Again, I'm not a Monroe Freeling guy. I am a Blake Miller guy. So I think Blake Miller at right tackle is pretty good. If he doesn't start, he doesn't start, but he could be somebody that is a multi-time All-Pro if he's good enough.
All right, Tennessee on the clock. They took
Jordan
Tyson in first. I really think that they need to fix that. I'm going to take Akeem Messador here. I think he fits that Robert Saleh build on that defense very well.
All right, where's Pat Coogan? I'm joking.
This is where I wouldn't hate a Chris Bell here.
Yeah, here's the thing. They need a corner. I'm going to take Avion Terrell here. Get him off the board. I think he's a second-round talent.
I think he's just small. That's his only issue.
I mean,
but
Raiders.
You know he's going to go in first because he's the brother of Avion. Yeah. He's the brother of AJ Terrell. He's going to go in the first.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to go in the first because he's the brother of freaking AJ Terrell. Yeah. I hate it. I don't think it's first round pick either. I don't like it, but I know he's sitting there and he's brother of AJ Terrell. He's going to go first round because of his brother.
Yeah.
The Giants here. I'm going to take Chris Bell.
Okay.
They
took Fonau in the first.
And Chris Bell in the second.
Yep. Houston is on the clock. They took Jennings Dunker. Big pick for them.
That's a huge pick.
Man, like Pregnon's here, that wouldn't be bad.
Hunter wouldn't be bad either, Lee Hunter.
True. I know running back is very, very overrated here, but Jonah Coleman wouldn't be terrible either.
If I think anybody, it'd be Katron Allen because he's the better.
It's gonna be Lee Hunter.
Yeah.
Again, Caleb Banks didn't play all this year, so.
But that's the same. Well, we can't say that because Jamal McCoy only played one game, and he's first round pick. We can't say that.
True.
Jamal McCoy literally played one game for Tennessee this year. That was the first game. No, he didn't even play the first game. He played the last game of the season. Literally, the last game. Just so he could get some more film for the NFL. He played the last game of the season. He played the bowl game. I think he played the last game, and he sat out in the second half of the bowl game. He played in the first half. And Colton Hood was garbage all year because he had to be the number one corner. Because he's shit. He can't guard his soul. I don't know why they thought bringing in Colton Hood from Colorado would be a good idea.
Yeah.
But Cleveland Browns on the clock,
They have taken Maui Noah and Conception.
Conception, okay. You know what? I'm going to... No, I don't want to do that. Actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. A guy that's very underrated in this draft at corner. I'm going to take Keith Abney. Denzel Ward needs some help after losing Greg Newsome. So I think this makes perfect sense.
He's got
Martin Emerson. Yeah, but he still needs help.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine with it.
Martin Emerson's not that good.
All right. This is where Caleb Banks comes off the board. Kansas City.
Makes sense. They've won the draft so far, then.
Yeah, they got 2 what-if players.
Well, Jeremiah Love is really good, though.
Yeah, he is.
Jeremiah Love's really good.
All right, you got Cincinnati Bengals. They took David.
Here, this is an easy pick for me. I'm going to take Dylan Thieneman from Oregon. They need help bad on the defense. I don't care. You're not drafting no offensive players until you get to the 6th or 7th round. If you're Cincinnati Bengals.
Think so. All right. Well, here it is. We're gonna take Gabe Jackas wouldn't be terrible. I think we're gonna take Zion Young though.
God, I would have not
edge.
I know, but I would have. I like R. Mason Thomas a little bit better.
I thought you didn't like R. Mason Thomas.
I love R. Mason Thomas.
You don't like Kamara from Indiana. That's who
Yeah,
you don't like.
I don't like Kamara from Indiana.
Oh, well, Zion Young's still good, though.
R. Mason Thomas,
Big, heavy-handed guy.
In my opinion, if you didn't have Ruben Bain, and depending on where Arvell Reese is going to go, I think purely just solely off of edge rusher, R. Mason Thomas is the best edge rusher in this draft. Talent wise, in my opinion. I'm not saying because I know Arvell Reese, if you put him as a pass rusher, he's the best pass rusher in the entire draft. And then Ruben Bain, but he's going to play defensive end probably. So he's not going to play pass rusher. He's going to be the big defensive end body.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Miami Dolphins on the clock, they took the big need for them. They took corner Mansour Delane. Here I think they need to at least go after somebody on the offensive side. I'm very high on this guy. I think this guy could be a first round pick. I forgot he was still here. Over Surratt, at least I would have taken him over Surratt because he's killing the Senior Bowl right now. I'm gonna take Jacoby Lane, USC, for their wide receiver position.
Okay.
He's absolutely killing it too. And don't hate me if you see the guy from John Carroll University if you see him end up going in the third, because he deserves that crap after what he did in the Senior Bowl. He cooking on freaking Division I Power 4 school prospects.
The New York Jets took Arvell Reese, Denzel Boston, Brandon Cisse. They've kind of cooked up this draft.
Antonio Gates Jr. is on here? Oh. I don't even see him. Where's he?
Man. This might be crazy.
Where's Tyron Montgomery?
He's way down there.
He's not dead. I don't even see him.
Yeah, he's on there, but he's just way down there. You know what? This is R. Mason Thomas for the Jets.
Yeah, I don't even see Tyron Montgomery.
He's on there. I saw him earlier. He is number...
I see him. Number 215.
Yep.
I see him. That's a good value pick, guys. Good value. Baltimore Ravens. They took a great pick in the first round.
Peter Woods,
a decent pick up there for him.
What's your Woods, Peter?
You know what? I'm going to do here? I'm going to take a guy that not everybody's very high on, but I'm going to take Monroe Freeland from Georgia. I think they need to still fix that O-line a little bit more than what people think they are. People are like, oh, they have a good O-line. No, they really don't, but they just got to fix some problems. But Monroe Freeland, yeah.
All right. Tampa Bay's on the clock. I'm going to take Jake Golday from Cincinnati. He's currently played 492 snaps in the slot.
That's great.
But he's a linebacker. I mean, big boy. 6'4", 278, playing corner and in the slot. So I think that gives Todd Bowles a mercenary.
Yep. I'm going to go back-to-back here with you because the Colts are on the clock. Their first pick. I'm going to go Anthony Hill from Texas.
He's good. He's 20. He's very raw. Very raw.
But they do need a linebacker. So bad. They need one bad. So.
All right. The Atlanta ATL. I'm so ATL. Shit, man. They kind of figured out their defense.
They need a wide receiver.
They do. However, the one who I want to take is not the person you want me to take. I guarantee you.
I mean, Omar Cooper wouldn't be bad.
All right, we're taking Omar Cooper Jr. You said it out loud, not me. You said it, not me.
Is that the one you wanted to take?
That's the one I wanted the entire fucking time.
Omar Cooper, yeah. I mean, I'm not mad with Omar Cooper. I like Omar Cooper better than Surratt.
Omar Cooper and Surratt are going to be game changers.
I like Omar Cooper better than Surratt because he's the bigger receiver.
I like both of them.
Also, wouldn't mind Skylar Bell here. It's just I don't know what you're going to get with Skylar Bell.
Yeah.
He's inconsistent. The Minnesota Vikings on the clock. They took. Who did they take? Can't see. They took Jadarian Price, a reach pick in the first round. This is where I probably would have taken him second round, but it's okay. It's okay. This one I'm gonna probably take. You know he loves this. I'm gonna take the guy that's very underrated. Maybe will be a first round pick. You don't think he will be because of his size, but I think he might if things go the right way.
If you're about to say Pons, I'm strongly advising against that.
I think Pons will go to the Minnesota Vikings and be a corner. I don't care what you say. Pons has first. It doesn't matter if he's small. He got a freaking pick six in the freaking game against freaking Oregon off the first. You don't do that, being you gotta be smart to do that, and he's absolutely brilliant.
All right, the Detroit Lions are going to take Connor Lew, center from Auburn.
Yeah, they just lost. They just lost to Ragnow, didn't they?
He retired last year. They went the entire year with Graham Glasgow at center.
Yeah, but he's a guard.
He is. And they drafted.
I don't even see Connor Lew.
Lew is like.
I see him. The Carolina Panthers.
What happened?
They took. Who'd they take in the first?
Keldrick Falk.
Okay. For me here, I don't really like, but I'm gonna do this. This might be a reach, but you know how they are. They're big, beefy boys. They know how to block up front. I'm gonna take Logan Jones from Iowa. He's had a good Senior Bowl. I think he'll have a good pro day. I don't know how he'll do at the combine though, but I'm gonna take Logan Jones from Iowa here.
Okay. Green Bay Packers, first pick for them.
Green Bay Packers.
For them. I think this is Chris Johnson, corner from San Diego State.
Makes sense. Here, the Steelers.
Your old team.
You've got your options, but I'm going to take Max in Hanker from Arizona State.
I would have taken Tiernan, but that's just me.
I think they need a left. They just need a left tackle. He can only play left tackle.
Billy, this is going to be Eli Stowers from Vanderbilt.
Tight end?
Yep. I think they can run Goddard and him.
They can put Stowers in the slot if they really need to.
Yep.
The Chargers on the clock. The Chargers.
They took Ione first round.
I'm gonna give them Christian Miller from Georgia, the defensive tackle.
Okay. Jacksonville, first pick for Jacksonville. Man, tell me why I'm thinking about Pregnon here. Am I wrong for that?
No, they do. They could go Pregnon, but I was gonna say I like Besantis better.
No, let's take Pregnon here.
Besantis, I don't think allowed a sack this year though.
I don't think he did either. But Pregnon, I think, is going to be a better fit in the pros.
That's great though. If you a guy that don't allow a sack on the interior of that O line, that's good.
Well, San Fran took Caden McDonald. Oh, sorry, we're on Chicago, aren't we?
We're on Chicago, not San Fran.
They took Caden McPounder.
Caden McPounder. Here I'm gonna. No, I'm not actually. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pair him up. I'm gonna pair this guy up with the man, the myth, the legend, Tremaine Edmonds. Jacob Rodriguez, you are a bear.
I like the pick. I like that a lot. San Fran took Caleb Lomu.
I like LT Overton here.
Yeah, I was thinking LT. I was thinking Romello. Gabe Jackas, huge.
It's not bad either, but
Derek Moore, designated pass
AJ
rusher.
AJ Halsey wouldn't be bad either. They need a safety.
You know what? You know what? We're gonna take Derek Moore from Michigan, the edge. He is a designated pass rusher. Michael Williams doesn't rush the passer. Nick Bosa rushes the passer. And Bryce Huff hasn't done anything. You need somebody on third down who's going to pin his ears back. Michael Williams going to cut inside. Here comes Derek Moore screaming off the edge while Nick Bosa handles whatever black left tackle they got. And then down goes Geno Smith.
Yeah. Houston winning the draft so far
with just 2 dogs.
With 2 dogs, yes, you are right.
What are we thinking? Drew Aller? No.
They taken so far.
This could be
Dunker.
This could be another O-line pick. DeSantis wouldn't be terrible.
Taking Dunker. I think Dunker's going to play guard for them, though.
Yeah, but DeSantis can play center.
They like their center, though.
Who's their center?
I think it's Scruggs is their center.
Scruggs is their left guard.
No, he's originally their starting center, though.
He was drafted as a center. He's playing left guard this year.
I know, but he'll probably go back to center.
Their center this year was Andrews.
Oh, yeah, they need a center bad.
Yeah.
Just don't like the DeSantis pick here.
We could always go AJ Halsey.
I think I'm just going to take Chase DeSantis here.
It's a good pick, man. They need him.
It is a good pick. I just don't like the fit for him there.
He'll be fine.
This has got to be AJ Halsey. They need a safety.
Yeah, let's take AJ Halsey.
You're the Rams. Hear me out. I'm going to take this because I think it's a great value pick. You might not like him as much as I do, but this is a great value pick in my opinion. I'm going to take wide receiver Malachi Fields from Notre Dame. He's a big guy, and Matthew Stafford would love him in that offense.
Denver took Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. I think this is Romello Height.
This has got to be beautiful. If you're the New England Patriots, I know you just got what's it called?
We just gave him Cassius Howell.
Give him Cassius Howell. I'm gonna pair him up with another big body. I'm gonna take LT Overton here because he can play inside, outside.
Colton Hood goes to Seattle.
Who are you gonna pair him up with, though?
I'm not even gonna look at the defense right now. I'm looking at one thing and one thing only. Their center is that guy from North Dakota State who weighs 230-pound center. We're going to take Jake Slaughter into the draft. Giant center from Florida.
Jake Slaughter, the big man.
I think it might be a little too early for him, but at the same time, if you don't take Jake Slaughter, Pat Coogan is the next best center, and you're not taking him till like the 4th.
Hell, you got to take your chance on the freaking Iowa guys though, because they've all been good.
So that's the draft.
That is the draft.
We will. Oh, hang on. While I have you here, let me do something real quick.
I'm gonna save this.
I wanted to see. We had
Mendoza with number 1.
All right, hang on. From basically December. Are you ready for this? Pick number 1 was the Tennessee Titans, 11-29-25. Guess who they took?
Arvell Reese.
Ruben Bain.
Oh, yeah.
Pick number 2 was the New York Giants. They took Spencer Fanow. Pick number 3 was the New Orleans Saints. We had them taking Arvell Reese. Pick number 4 was the Jets. We had them taking Fernando Mendoza. Pick number 5 was the Raiders. They went Ty Simpson. Keldrick Falk went 9. Caleb Downs still number 7. And Dante Moore went to the Cardinals. So that's just a little sneak peek into that. We will definitely go over that as we get closer to the draft season, just to show how fucking crazy we were.
Yeah, that's how stupid we were
But
picking those picks. But yeah, that concludes the draft. To recap, Fernando Mendoza, of course, the number 1 overall pick. Arvil Reese is behind him with Ruben Bain. Jordan Tyson to the Titans. Spencer Fontenot to the Giants. Malik Noah 6 to the Browns. Caleb Downs still number 7 to the Washington Commanders. Cardinal Tate, a huge addition for the Saints. Jeremiah Love going to the Kansas City Chiefs. David Bailey, the edge rusher, going to Cincinnati. Mansour Delane, the corner, going to Miami. TJ Parker, the sporadic edge rusher, going to Dallas. Jermon McCoy, the corner who only played basically one game all year, going to the LA Rams. Peter Woods, the defensive lineman from Clemson, going to Baltimore. Kenyon Sadiq, tight end, going to the Buccaneers. Denzel Boston, wide receiver, Washington, going to Jets. Sonny Styles going to the Lions. Jadarian Price, running back, going to the Vikings. Kendrick Falk, edge rusher, going to the Panthers. C.J. Allen, good pick here for the Dallas Cowboys from Georgia. Makai Lemon, Little Citrus, going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ione going to the Chargers at 22. Caden Proctor going to the Eagles at 23. Kevin Concepcion going to the Browns at 24. McDonald going to the Bears at 25. Elijah Surratt going to the Bills at 26. Lomu going to the 49ers at 27. Dunker going to the Texans at 28. Todd Simpson, quarterback of the future for the Rams, going at 29. Emmanuel McNeil Warren going to the Denver Broncos, great defense. Cassius Howe, edge rusher, going to the New England Patriots. And to end the first round, it's going to be cornerback Colton Hood going to the Seattle Seahawks.
I'm sure you're fucking mad about that, huh?
I am. You can go to the second round.
Hang on, I gotta hit some buttons here. All right, second round. Oh, Princess. Pick number 33 was Brandon Cisse, corner from South Carolina, going to the Jets. 34, Cardinals selected Blake Miller, tackle from Clemson. Pick 35, the Titans took Akeem Messidor, leather helmet, edge from Miami. Pick 36, the Raiders took Avion Trail, corner from Clemson. Pick 37, the Giants took Chris Bell, wide receiver in Louisville. Pick 38, the Texans took Lee Hunter, defensive tackle from Texas Tech. 39, the Browns took Keith Abney II from corner from Arizona State. Pick 40, Caleb Banks went to the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a D tackle from Florida. Pick 41, Dylan Thieneman went to the Bengals, safety from Oregon. Pick 42, the Saints took Zion Young, edge from Missouri. Pick 43, the Dolphins took wide receiver Jacoby Lane from USC. Pick 44, the Jets took R. Mason Thomas from Oklahoma, the edge. Pick 45, the Ravens took Monroe Freeling, tackle from Georgia. Pick 46, the Bucks took Jake Golday, linebacker / slot corner from Cincinnati. Golday. It's Golday.
I know, but you was about to say Golding.
Listen, he ain't gonna fly in the SEC. He can't do anything.
He didn't play SEC ball. He played that American ball.
Falk, you're talking about a black man who's never seen a bowl of collard greens he's never eaten.
Well,
he's eaten squirrel before.
You know, Jake Golday played in the Big 12. He ain't never played in the SEC before. He don't know what SEC ball is.
He doesn't even know what summer's like down here.
No, he don't.
Pick 47. Pick 47. The Colts took linebacker Anthony Hill Jr. from Texas. Pick 48. The Atlanta Falcons took steal of the draft Omar Cooper Jr., wide receiver from Indiana. Pick 49. The Vikings took cornerback D'Angelo Pons, the midget from Indiana.
He's not that small though. He really isn't that.
No. Pick 50. The Lions took Connor Lew, center from Auburn. Pick 51. The Panthers took center Logan Jones from Iowa. Pick 52. Did I say Auburn or Iowa for Lew?
You said Iowa.
I meant Auburn. Pick 50.
Logan Jones is from Iowa.
Logan Jones is from Iowa. Connor Lew is from Auburn.
Yes.
Pick 52. The Packers took cornerback Chris Johnson from San Diego State. Pick 53. The Steelers took Max and
It's Eha Anker, I think. Eha Anker.
Anker from tackle from Arizona State. Pick 54, the Eagles took tight end Eli Stowers from
That's a
Vanderbilt.
good pick. That's a good pick for them
Pick
too.
55, the Chargers took D tackle Christian Miller from Georgia. Pick 56, the Jaguars took center Emmanuel Pregnon from Oregon. Pick 57, the Bears took linebacker Jacob Rodriguez from Texas Tech. Pick 58, the 49ers took edge Derek Moore from Michigan. Pick 59, the Texans took center/guard Chase Basantes from Texas A&M. Pick 60, the Bills took A.J. Halsey, safety from LSU. Pick 61, the Rams took not Alec Ironmaner, Malachi Fields, wide receiver from Notre Dame. Pick 62, the Broncos took Romello Height, the edge from Texas Tech. Pick 63, the Patriots took L.T. Overton, edge from Alabama. And the last pick of the second round, the Seahawks took center Jake Slaughter from Florida.
Now, I wonder how many of these picks that we actually get right on draft
Probably
day.
0 right now, except for Mendoza.
Well, no, I think we get a couple right. I mean, I see probably in the first round, I think we can get three correct, because one of these receivers is going to go either 8-4, maybe 6. Cleveland needs a receiver, and I think Caleb Downs is going to set himself at 7, or he's going to be that 5 to 7 range. Caleb Downs, so
yeah,
we could be right. Well, that concludes Inside the Cage. I'm your host, Brady Johnson. Here with me, as always, the man, the myth, the legend, the brother of Cowboys tight end, Jake Ferguson. Bennett's also 1-1 in Madden right now. He's mad he just lost to the Chiefs. Last year he went 4-13 last year. Has a better team.
4 and something. I'm 1-1 now, so if I get 5 wins, I'll have doubled my.
Yeah, but
gotten 25.
He's got to defeat the champ first, though.
Fuck.
But that's it. Bye, everybody.